Tomatillos are a Mexican fruit commonly used in salsa verde. Well, today I'm going to use them in my green eggs and ham and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Hey guys! So today we're making green eggs and ham. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and this is just a little fun breakfast idea. Now, we all know Dr. Seuss, right? Who doesn't love Dr. Seuss? Well, I'm gonna do a little take on his green eggs and ham. So there's a little Mexican twist to this. First, we're gonna start with our ham. So I have a ham steak, an 8-ounce ham steak, and you just wanna dice it. So this one's smoked, and I'm heating my pan. We're gonna add a little bit of oil. So we want bite-sized pieces. And then we're just gonna saute it until it's brown. So the ham steak is already cooked, but we just wanna warm it through and give it a beautiful caramelization and brown it. So while that is sauteing, we have a lot of vegetables to cut up. So we have some poblanos. So here's where the Mexican influence comes in. So everything is green. So that's where the green is coming from. So we're just gonna dice a green bell pepper, our poblanos, a serrano, green, green, green. And after our ham is sauteing, we're gonna saute our peppers. So our ham is sauteed, and I just placed it on a plate. Chopped up my poblanos, green peppers, onions. So you want a big dice, and now the tomatillos. So these are our Mexican fruit. They come with a husk on them, and they can be a little sticky. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna peel the husk, and then we're gonna wash them under cold water just to remove that sort of tacky stickiness, and then chop them up so they have the texture of tomatoes, which is really nice because once they cook, they sort of break down and create this nice sort of thickened, almost like a sauce. So now in the same pan, we're gonna add a little bit more oil, turn our heat back on, and add all of our vegetables. So now you just want to chop up your tomatillos. We're just going to slice them into little wedges. So as they cook, they will break down and soften, and they have this beautiful flavor. It's very pleasant, like a sour flavor, but a pleasant sour flavor. They're really delicious, and I gotta tell you, they totally make this dish. So that's our Mexican influence. So we have the poblanos, we have the tomatillos. We're gonna add a serrano pepper for a little heat in there. So we're gonna get these sauteed for about 6-7 minutes, and then prep our garlic and serrano pepper. So while they are sauteing, we're gonna get our garlic ready. So we have 4 cloves of garlic and 1 serrano. So our serrano, you could remove the seeds. It will decrease some of that heat. I'm actually gonna leave them in there. The first time I tested this recipe, I did take out the seeds, and I found you had the serrano flavor, but no heat at all. So I'm gonna leave them in there. So I want you to come in here. So check this out. So see the tomatillos? See how they get nice and soft? See how they're just sort of breaking down? And then they release that awesome flavor. All right, so we're good to go. Now it's time to add the garlic and serrano. So you just wanna clear a little hole in the middle. Add it right into the center. That way it gets direct contact with the heat and the pan, so it sautés evenly. So we're just gonna saute it within that little hollowed out hole, just like that. Just for about 30 seconds. Once you smell garlic, you know it's releasing its flavor. All right, so now I'm just gonna saute all the peppers together. Take it off the heat. And then, for the best part, which makes it a breakfast dish, or quite honestly, this is a beautiful brunch dish. This is great as a snack, lunch, whatever you or however you want to eat it. I love eggs. Such an easy protein. They cook quick, they're easy to make. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a tablespoon, just make a slight indentation. So you don't want it to hit the bottom of the skillet. You just want it to rest and nestle on top of the vegetables, but create these little divots for the eggs to rest right on top. So you're just gonna take the egg one at a time, then slowly release it into that indentation. Perfect. And you want to go slow so that way the yolk doesn't break. I have my oven heated at 375 degrees, and then we'll finish right into the oven. So the trick to baking eggs is you just want the whites to set, and then we're gonna let it sit at room temperature for about 5 minutes, and then the eggs will continue to cook. In the meantime, we'll garnish them with some salt and pepper, and look how pretty that is. I love eggs. It's the easiest thing in the world to make. Really, it is. It gives you protein, it's so satisfying, and it makes this dish absolutely awesome. Once you break that yolk and it just sort of creates this sauce over the vegetables, so good. We have some lime zest. So you just want to grate the lime zest right over top, and then I'm going to cut the lime into wedges. Just going to garnish it right on top. So you could serve this right out of the skillet, or before you add it into the oven. You could transfer it into your favorite casserole dish, then place the eggs inside and finish it into the oven. Serve it family style that way as well. Either way works. All right. Now you just want to gently go in between each egg, not disturbing the yolks. Take your spatula, reach underneath, and then plate it. Just want to squeeze some lime right over top. So you just want to break your yolk, and then it just runs right over the vegetables like a sauce. I love that lime on there, it's so good. Tomatillos are nice and soft. Vegetables are perfectly tender crisp. The ham, nice little salty punch. This is fun. For St. Patrick's Day, eat something green. Not just green beer. Make yourself some green eggs and ham. For the recipe, go to the newspaper's website. And thanks for joining me today. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking. Enjoy.